Hey, how you doing? Well, that's good. Good you're finally awake. How long were you out? Mm, about a day and a half. After you nearly went through 4 bowls of boar stew, you fell asleep. Really am glad to see you're finally awake. Kalia was afraid she'd killed you somehow. Oh, you think you're feeling good enough to go for a quick walk? Just a quick walk around the camp. Nothing too much. Besides, until we can get you the supplies, the horse, to get you back home, well, might as well get familiar with everyone here, just to help make sure you don't step on any toes. What about the horse and the cart from before? Hmm, well, we kind of need those and can't just let you take them. They need to replace the ones we lost. What happened? Eh, well, aside from us genuinely falling on hard times recently, then again, who isn't? But we had a run in with a troll transporting some supplies for a client not too long ago. Luckily, we didn't lose anyone, but the horses and the supplies, well, yeah, a client. Don't know if you exactly heard when I told our friends the other night, but people don't normally travel the back roads in this region. So we sell our services to whoever wants to buy them. Granted, that usually leads to more problems than it's worth, but hey, gotta keep people fed and supplies coming one way or another, right? What type of work? All depends. Transport, guarding, uh, pretty much anything. Well, mostly anything. We do have our exceptions, but they are very, very few. And I know what you're thinking, but don't worry. Like I said when we found you, we're not going to hurt you. Besides, some of the people in this camp have found themselves in situations very similar to yours. Plus, if that's the route we were going to take with you, probably would have never let you out of that box. Besides, the horses we got from those guys aren't really in the best shape as it is. Looks like they were not very well taken care of. But enough of that. Come on, let's get you out of here, get some fresh air. Okay, as far as introductions go, you see the male orc and the female dwarf over there? The orc is Nar, the dwarf is Lofi, and it oh, looks like they're having a bit of a lover's quarrel. A proper introduction to them will have to wait. Not really in the mood to get in between them right now. But just so you know, Nar acts as kind of an enforcer around camp. Things get out of hand, things need to be handled. He's the one we deal with whenever he's not out riding with us. Lofi, she keeps our weapons and armor in the best shape she can. Woman's talented. Over there, that human swinging that sword around, that's Jacob, the second best swordsman here. Right after me, of course. He was a snot-nosed brat that used to be a part of a different gang. Of course, I saw the talent that they refused to acknowledge, and now he's one of us. But I'd actually prefer to avoid him today. Not really in the mood for a morning spar, and he is nothing if not persistent when it comes to beating me. How did Nar and Lofi come to be here? Uh, Nar was in a situation much like you. Except, well, we found him, his captors were already dead. And Lofi was a friend of his from before he was taken. We found him, she found us, and well, they just kind of stuck around. That man over there you know is Doc, and you probably know a lot more than that, considering how much he loves to talk. And the young woman, politely listening to every word coming out of his mouth, is his daughter, Talia, the one responsible for that boar stew. Don't don't let her meek appearance fool you. She's as skilled using those knives on living people as she is using them on dead animals. Quickest way to end up on our bad side? Insulting her cooking, which will probably never happen, or insulting her father. Then, let's see, there's this one. Hello, Kiara. I told you to stop doing that. This is Kiara. She's the one who tends to the horses and the few wagons we have. I'm I'm fully aware that she's a goblin. That's not going to be a problem for you, is it? Good. Oh, so, Kiara, how are those horses we got from our friends the other night? They doing okay? That's good. When do you think they'll be ready to take out? Maybe a couple of weeks. Hmm. Yeah, they did look pretty rough. Hmm. Well, if you need anything, let Doc know, or me, or Elwin. Speaking of which, where is he? I've been looking for him all morning. He took the rest of the archers out hunting. Always one step ahead of me. Our food supplies are getting a bit low. I was gonna ask him to do it. You remember Elwin, right? The handsome devil of an elf who picked the lock on your temporary housing. He's also my second in command. And the best archer I've ever met. Yes, I have met you, but I haven't seen your talents. And to be quite honest, no offense to you, but letting you wander around the camp is already taking a lot of trust for some of these people. Giving you a weapon isn't really high on the list of priorities right now. But back to Elwin, I'll have him properly introduce himself to you and have the others do the same when he gets back. But, yeah, that's the gang in a nutshell, or at least the people you need to be real wary of pissing off. What about them? Oh, though they aren't really part of this gang. They're they're kind of like you, strays we've picked up along the way. It's not everyone we've ever picked up, but they're the ones who haven't left yet. People with nowhere to go or no reason to go back where they came from. Which, counting all of us, they add another 12 mouths to feed. Luckily for us, they decide to pull their own weight from time to time in their own way. No, gathering firewood, heading into town for us, buying things we need and selling things we don't. Sometimes getting in contact with people that might want to hire a group of cutthroats and ruffians. So we let them stay, we feed them, protect them, and, well, that's how we live. Are my father and brothers here? No. Uh, I'm pretty sure they think I'm dead. At least I hope they do. But what about you? Didn't get a chance to ask before we got back here, but got any family, friends to get back to back home? No? Really? Well, I'm sorry to hear that. But I'm sure someone has to have missed you. Even if it was only the butcher and the tanner. Well, that's really all I had to show you. I suggest you get back to the tent and rest up a bit more. If you want, you could go introduce yourself to some other families, but is there anything you can do to help out? Like, yes, I do remember you telling me you're a hunter, but considering Elwin and the others have already got that covered, I don't really see the point in sending you out there. Besides, to remember the whole giving you a weapon thing? I mean, when I brought Jacob back, it took a month before I trusted him to wield a sword around these people. Also, remember, we pulled you out of a box a couple of days ago. You don't have to worry about making yourself useful here. You need to focus on getting your strength back. You don't want to owe us. Smart. Anyone owing a group of bandits anything is bad. But you're forgetting one thing. Remember, like I told you, my father said If someone needs help and you can help them, do it. I helped you because I wanted to. And I could. Not so I could use you. But if you're insistent, get your strength back. Once that happens, I'll give you some options to help repay whatever debt you think you owe us. Deal? Alright then. Head back to your tent. Get some rest. Talk to you later. Ooh, excuse me. I have a little tiff to get in between. This is not gonna be good.